Doctor, why are men not depressed?
uh, Men are depressed. I would really quote this because, of course, there are certain clients of mine who are men, and of course, they do get depressed. But the only thing is, again, a society taboo that if you are a boy, you are not allowed to cry. Okay, you are not allowed to show your tears. You are not allowed to cry if you are a man. But of course, this is also a belief system created by our own society, which we need to educate our women, of course, our men too. So we all get depressed, and we all have a tendency to the level. Of course, the symptoms and severity might be different depending on certain factors, but at one point or the other, if you also ask men, even they sometimes, cry, either staying alone or either they cry in the bathrooms. So this is one of the, again, taboos created by our society.
Okay, so society has created a lot of beliefs for
Yes.
humanity.
Yes.
And what is the secret behind this? How did it happen, doctor?
It all depends on the cultural and the environment in which we live in. How is our environment? How is our environment educated? What is the level of literacy rate in our environment? How is our culture formed of? So it's very, very important that what culture do you follow? What basics do you follow? Now, if I give you the example of my own family, we have never considered our daughter as a daughter and we have raised her. We have raised her as a good human being. So even we gave her the same type of education which I gave it to my son, or my son and my daughter are at the both at the same par with each other. So it really depends on a family culture, your environment, how you treat them and what are the beliefs you create in them.
All right,
So
doctor.
don't blame
Doctor,
anybody over here. It's just your differences.
all right. Okay. Doctor, can the food that we eat into our body cause depression? Is it possible for that to
Depends,
happen?
because of course depends. So know your body. What does your body loves? What you like to do? What does your body loves eating? So it's like, when you eat something, it's very easy. Just check how do you feel. So what is the emotion probably when you eat anything, and very quickly you'll come to know, oh, this food I love very much. This food, it's not good for my body, because there are certain foods which of course body demands. There are certain food which body tells us that I don't want this, I want to stay away from this. So of course food does play an important role, because if the person whose immunity is low and who has the frequency of catching cold and cough cannot eat ice creams every day, forget about every day, they may not be eating even once in a week. So they have to avoid, so they might be eating some once in 15 days or 20 days. So you should know the right time, that how your body reacts to what, and how you could move ahead.
Okay, doctor. Doctor, can we get some examples of food that we need not to put into our bodies?
It really depends on the body type. What is your
Okay.
body type, and how is your body adapted to the environment? Because in certain environment, we are forced to eat certain type of foods. So that is very, very personal, and individual, because each
Okay.
individual has different systems and different adaptations to their surroundings. So generally we cannot say, that what food is good for one or what food is bad for other. Everything is all created by God. So each and everything is a blessing. The
Okay.
only thing is, how do you take up that blessing and where do you adjust yourself? It totally depends on person to person and individual to individual. So it's
Okay.
very difficult.
Okay. So, doctor, how would you know